What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and today we're going to continue to break down the official Madden 19 ratings, and we're going to look here at the linebackers, the top 10 linebackers that you guys are going to be able to use right away when Madden 19 comes out of its pretty little package. Now, these linebackers are mostly inside, but there'll be the occasional outside linebacker that is not an edge rusher on our list. We got a bunch of them. We got 10 of them, actually, because, you know, that's what I said in the title. But at the end, though, we will break down some honorable mentions, guys, that are worth noting. So starting here at number 10, we have a two-way tie at 86 overall. Not the highest overall group of the player positions. So with an 86, we have Clay Matthews and Ryan Shazier, both with 86. I think it was generous for EA to give Shazier an 86 because we don't know if he's ever going to play football again. But when he's on the field, I think an 86 is just. And Clay Matthews, yeah, you know, he's been in a decline a little bit. He's getting up in age, not aging particularly well, considering that he used to be like the elite of the elite. Now he's just a good to really good player. But I think 86, based off upon his stats last year, because he is able to get the quarterback, it's not bad. It's debatable, but not that bad. So starting at number 9, to the individuals. We are starting with Vontaze Burfict of the Cincinnati Bengals with an 87 overall, 91 tackling, 94 hit power, and 89 pursuit, as well as not bad coverage stats. Even though his athletic ability, somewhat questionable, not fast at all. I think he's like in 70s of speed and can be exposed there. He's the guy that you want, hitting the running backs out of the backfield, getting back there and causing a forced fumble. You know, even though there's no dirty trade, he probably would have that. That was like one of those things. I want to see unique features. We're talking about this when we talked about the running backs. I want to see Le'Veon Bell be patient beyond the line of scrimmage. I want him to be able to do that when no one else can. Same being said, I want Vontaze Burfict to be able to like throw an elbow or something in a pile to replicate his game. You know, it's in the game, Madden. That's your EA slogan. I want to feel like Vontaze Burfict's real. I want to really play as Vontaze Burfict. And I feel like you're limiting me by not being able to throw MMA moves and shit like that in the pilots. Going to number 8 is going to be Rueben Foster of the San Francisco 49ers, entering his sophomore season, 87 overall. He was really good as a rookie. He has 86 tackling, 87 block shed, 91 hit power, 92 pursuit, as well as good athletic traits, 80 speed, well in the 80 speeds, stuff like that. He's only going to get better. I would assume he's going to have a nice dev trait, and he's going to be that guy that wins Defensive Player of the Year multiple times, like 4 or 5 years in, once Kuechly starts to slow down in your franchise modes. Going to number 7, we have Zach Brown of the Washington Redskins with an 88 overall tackling machine. Great athlete. I was very surprised to see him have like so little, suitors when he left the Tennessee Titans. I always thought, he ran really good. He was a speedy linebacker at the combine when Tennessee Titans drafted him, and then they just let him walk. And he went to the Redskins, and it has been really, really good for them. He has 88 speed, 93 tackle, and 93 pursuit. He's a tackling machine. Nothing else you can be said. I think 88 is pretty fair for him. Going to number 6, finally cracking into the 90 overall. We're starting with Deion Jones of the Atlanta Falcons with a 90, 89 speed, 88 zone coverage, and 88 pursuit. Everyone knows he's one of the most, if not the most athletic linebacker in the NFL today. He can do it all, and he is very good dropping back into coverage. Usually has 4 or 5 picks, and you can just see him, man. He can track back his pursuit. He can keep up with any running back in the National Football League, especially when you are playing against Alvin Kamara. Ronald Jones now at the Bucs, he's a burner. You're going to want the speed of Deion Jones, and he got that in spades. Go to number 5, we have Talbin Smith of the Jacksonville Jaguars with a 90. He has 88 speed, 88 tackling, and 94 pursuit. Now, I think he probably could have been a little bit higher. I probably would have given him a 92. I think he's really, really underrated. Was able to kind of take over that leadership role for Paul Posluszny, even though it doesn't really translate into Madden. But he took over as the best linebacker in that team when it could, it has been Paul Posluszny. It could very well be the emerging Miles Jack, but no, Talbin Smith, undersized, pretty much smaller than some safeties in the NFL. He's able to man up against tight ends, not get bullied around, be able to be effective in the backfield, stopping bigger running backs. He really is a complete linebacker and very, very similar to Deion Jones in their play styles. And I think both those guys being a 90, I probably would have given Talbin 91, 92, just because of the, he's had a little bit more longevity than Deion Jones. Going to number 4, big jump now from a 90. We're going to Levante David, who got a 95 on the Bucs, the best and highest overall on Tampa Bay, and I think rightfully so. He was the best player on their team last season. He has 90 acceleration, 85 zone cover, 93 tackle, and 95 pursuit. He's a tackle machine, and he's been really, really good for like the last 4 or 5 years. It's just unfortunate that the Bucs have struggled to remain relevant because they have a bunch of guys that I think are constantly getting slept on. They have a bunch of good football players, but for whatever reason, as a unit, as a whole, as a cohesive team, they just have not been able to put it together, which is why personally I would have fired Dirk Cutter. But they decided to stay the same, and Mike Smith has an excellent linebacker here in Levante David. 95's warranted. Going to number 3. I already disagreed with this in my earlier bullshit ratings video. Sean Lee of the Dallas Cowboys with a 96 overall. 97 tackling, 97 pursuit, and he has like 99 awareness and 97 play rec, which helps boost his rating up a little bit. Again, good player, tremendous player, definitely one of the best linebackers. I would say coming at number 3, he definitely is a top 5 linebacker when healthy. He's just unavailable so much, I find it very, very tough to give him that 96. He's injury prone. He's as injury prone as, say, Jordan Reed for the tight ends that got a 94 overall, which is absurd. How do you give him a 96? How can you justify giving him a 96? He can't play. He can't, you know, I don't know, man. It's like one of those things. I can understand you say, well, you can't really hold injuries against him if it's Madden. It's just a video game, but I still feel like, you know, the production hasn't been there in comparison to the linebackers that have been healthy. Like, he can be a 96, so make it so you can grow him to a 96, but start him. I'd give Sean Lee probably 92. I'd maybe very well accepting, even though I hate the Cowboys, of maybe say, keep these ratings as is, and you put him between Talbin Smith and Levante David. Something like that. But outright giving him a 96, for me, is a little bit outrageous, and I feel like maybe Skip Bayless gave the Cowboy ratings guy like $50, something like that, to make Sean Lee a 96. Going to number 2, we have Bobby Wagner of the Seattle Seahawks with a 97 overall. He had 88 speed, 89, zone coverage, 98 tackling, 95 hit power, and 96 pursuit. He's a perfect linebacker. Speed, cover, he can blow up running backs, cause them to force fumbles. He really is as complete as it comes. And I really do think we're entering the era of, you know, the Brian Urlacher, Ray Lewis again. Even though they're not the same play styles, in comparison to Madden, those are always the first 2 linebackers every single time. You either like your Brian Urlacher, a little bit better in coverage, or you like your Ray Lewis, the guy that, you know, not a liability in coverage, but more so the big, gigantic hitter. And I kind of feel like maybe their play styles don't correlate to that, but in terms of being 1A, 1B, when people talk about linebackers, we're kind of in there with Bobby Wagner at number 2 at a 97, and transitioning to number 1, which is Luke Kuechly, a member of the 99 Club, which we already knew. He has 86 speed, 88 zone cover, 98 tackling, 90 block shed, 93 hit power, and 97 pursuit. The perfect linebacker. He can drop into coverage. He can blow you up. He's pretty much the same as Bobby Wagner, minus, you know, a little bit better in the pursuit, a little bit better getting off blocks. But, man, I really do hope, as a neutral, that he can get his concussion stuff kind of sorted, because, you know, the football game is better when Luke Kuechly's on the field doing his thing week in, week out. And but I think 99 is totally fair for Luke Kuechly. And I think maybe I would have given Bobby Wagner 98, because a lot of people do have Bobby Wagner over Luke Kuechly, or a lot of people have him 1A, 1B. I kind of go with the Madden ratings and agree with them, with Luke Kuechly at 1 and Bobby Wagner at 2, but it definitely is an interesting debate. So those are the official top 10 linebackers. Here are a couple honorable mentions I think you guys should know. Nigel Bradham, for all you Eagle fans, 85 overall, just missing out this list. I love to see that rating. Leighton Vander Esch, a rookie, with a 77. CJ Mosley kind of got slept on here a little bit. He has an 84 overall. I wouldn't be surprised or upset if he was, like, say, 86. I could make this list. Jordan Hicks, for Eagle fans, he's an 81. Roquan Smith is an 81. We already kind of saw his stats in the rookie preview, but he is going to be a user god. Like I said, Patrick Willis 2.0. Tremaine Edmonds, the other big rookie linebacker, he's a 75. Kind of surprised. I did not think they'd have a 6-point gap between Tremaine Edmonds and Roquan Smith, even though everyone pretty much knows Roquan is the more pro-ready prospect, and Tremaine Edmonds kind of is the higher ceiling project-type player. I didn't think they'd go that big of a discrepancy. And then we're finishing with a guy that constantly gets slept on, and that is Quan Alexander, who has a base rating of an 80. I will never understand it. Every year he gets like an 80, 81, 79, 78, but he has like 160 tackles, a bunch of interceptions, bunch of turnovers, makes a Pro Bowl. I don't know. I don't know where I'm not seeing this. I'm not a Bucs fan by any means, but I constantly think Quan Alexander is getting robbed on his ratings. So there you go, guys. Those are the top 10 linebackers. Do you agree or disagree with the ratings or anything I said? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Madden 19 season is going to be going off here on the channel, and I hope you guys want to stick along for the ride. Till next time, it's C4 saying peace